This YCN segment is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist.
Welcome back, YCN Sports Talk. Jeremy Stout, Dustin Rivellini. One final segment, and we have some local, regional, high school and college games. Obviously, first big one, Dartmouth Big Green going down to Fenway to take on Brown. Still alive for the championship. Should be an exciting and cold Friday night game.
Yeah, if you're going to the game, make sure you bundle up because it's going to be very cold down at Fenway. What a cool experience for college kids to, maybe they're not the biggest baseball fans, but to play at a park like Fenway Park on a Friday night under the lights. That's going to be a pretty cool experience to see. And like you said, Dartmouth, outside looking in for a conference championship, but this is you want to win every game, obviously. But just to get to play in a situation like this, I got to think the players have a little extra motivation or a little more fired up to play this game.
That's true. So that'll be Friday night, and then the men's basketball team opens at Quinnipiac on Saturday. And what can we expect briefly, quickly for this team? They won 4-10 last year in Ivy. Trying to get that 4 seed and get into the playoffs.
They're projected to finish right around 6-7 in the conference, so on the outside looking in, but that 4 spot's up for grabs. We know Harvard, Yale, Princeton are probably going to be some order, 1, 2, 3. A young team. Still have, I think Coach McLaughlin said 55% of his roster is underclassmen. So they're going to lean on their upperclassmen. Evan Boudreau, Jillian Smith, Miles Wright. I think you'll see them a little better than last year. Tough games early on. They have a stretch to start the Ivy League. They go Harvard, then they step out of the Ivies for UVM and BC, and then back against Harvard. That's 4 very tough basketball games. Again, obviously the Ivy League season is, quote, what matters, but you still want to win some games out of conference to get that confidence that you can win games.
Well, and it's that second season, so like you said, hopefully they take that leap. That first season is always tough. Now they've got that coaching consistency. Local high school football games this weekend. We have Hartford versus St. Johnsbury for the Division I championship. Down in Division III, Windsor and Woodstock. Those will be over in Rutland on Saturday. And over on the New Hampshire side, the YCN game of the week will be Bow versus Hanover. That's Saturday, and that will air on Sunday, I believe. And so you can check the local listings for that or ycnnow.com. And also Stevens Campbell and Newport Monadnock on Saturday. So a lot of games going on. High school finals in Vermont and semifinals in New Hampshire.
It's time for the Salt Hill Pub Picks of the Week. Salt Hill Pub, honest food, perfect pints, live music, now here to serve you in 5 locations.
All right, here we are with our picks, and Dustin, the guest, 26-19 over the season. The guest has been, and I'm 29-16. So 3 games you got to make up.
Some ground to make up. All right.
Last time we were on, we tied. It wasn't very good.
No,
so we're going to talk about that. So here we go. We'll start with you first. Thursday night football. Seahawks off a disappointing loss. They travel to the Cardinals. Yeah,
this Seahawks team is so up and down. They win some games they're not. You don't think they will, but then they lose last week at home to Washington. Missed 3 field goals. Shouldn't even been in the game. But the Cardinals. Sure, they got to win last week against San Francisco. Drew Stanton at quarterback. I do not like where this Cardinals team's going. I think the Seahawks bounce back.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's tough sometimes to win on the road on the Thursday night, but the Seahawks team is going to be focused because they've got to catch the Rams in their division. They got to get this win. I take the Seahawks as well. Saints and Bills. Bills undefeated at home this year. What are the Saints going to do? Can they come in and get the win?
The Saints are playing great, 6-2 on the season. Bills with an inexplicable loss to the Jets last week. But like you said, they play tough at home. And the Bills, again, they're that Jekyll and Hyde team. 1 week they look bad, 1 week they look great. I think they upend the Saints this week.
All right, and the big thing is for the Bills, they got that extra rest because they played on Thursday night. I think the Saints, they're a good team. We'll see if they're for real. This is a big test. I'm going to take them on the road. They get the win there. Over to the Vikings and Redskins. Interesting game. Quarterbacks, Kirk Cousins has been playing great. Quarterback situation in Minnesota is still up in the air. It sounds like Bridgewater's on the active roster, probably won't play. And obviously Sam Bradford, his season is done, who we got here in Washington.
It's going to be a close game. The Vikings, to me, are a team that doesn't get enough respect. Their defense is probably one of the best, if not the best, in the NFL.
Very good.
The Redskins, up and down. Good win last week, but they kind of got it handed to them by the Seahawks. I think the Vikings go on the road and get a huge win.
All right, that would be a big win, and I'm going to take the Redskins. I know they're off a big win, and this is a big game, like you said, because that Vikings defense is legit. Kirk Cousins really has to start playing like we thought he could play. And then a big game in the NFC, Cowboys and Falcons. This Falcons team, they talk about Jekyll and Hyde. 1 week they're great, 1 week they're terrible. Cowboys, obviously, with the big win on Sunday.
Yeah, it looks like the Falcons have the Super Bowl hangover right now. They're really struggling to get things going. Just a loss last week where they were kind of out of it against the Panthers. Cowboys, as of right now, Zeke Elliott's not playing, so that's why I'm going to go with the Falcons. But that could all change, as we know this saga's all over the place.
That's true, and I agree with you there. I'm going to go with the Falcons. I think they get that, and that would be a big win to try and boost their chances for that possible wild card. And finally, Sunday Night Football. Not much of a surprise. We already talked about it, but Patriots at Broncos Sunday night.
The Broncos, I think, will play a spirited game. They're gonna be focused. They're gonna want to take down the Patriots, a rival for the last few years. But I just don't think in the end they have enough.
Right.
Arrested Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, not a team you want to face. I'm gonna go Pats big in this one.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I know the air does affect players. As Gerard Mayo coming out this week and saying it does have an effect. But coming off that bye week, you have a little bit extra rest, so it helps. I'm taking the Patriots as well.
Plus, don't overlook the Broncos went all the way to Philly. Now they got to go all the way back to Denver.
Coming all the way back. So there are the picks for the Salt Hill Pub Picks of the Week. Thanks to Dustin for joining us again. And don't forget, you can always check out our show on YCNnow.com. Thanks for watching.